talk a little bit about religion versus relationship. Like, one thing to have a relationship with God, and it's another thing to be religious. For me, I didn't grow up in church. That wasn't my thing. That wasn't how I was raised. I didn't start going to church until I was around like 22, 23. I started taking my son to church. Um, I found a relationship with God while I was getting high in my apartment. I dropped down to my knees and I just said, "Can you save me? Like, I don't want to live like this no more. I don't want to deal with these dudes no more. Like, I don't want to feel this lack of love. I don't want to be around these type of people no more. Like, there's a life out here that I want to see." And that's all I could think of. And so when you start to feel, when people start mentioning like having a, like getting close to God, I don't want you to feel like you obligated like to be in church, because church is helpful for, like, it helps to edify you, it helps to increase your awareness, it definitely helps your relationship with God. It helps you, it's there for encouragement, it's there for fellowship, for you to be around like-minded people that's on the same journey, like striving to be the best version of themselves spiritually. So it has a lot of benefits, but overall, like, just being intentional about spending time with God. I mean, that has been something that when people say, well, what's the key to success? That is the key to success. The key to success is having a relationship with God. People, will try to tell you is this or is that, or, some type of trick you have to do, or, it's about how much money you have. Like, money comes when you have a relationship with God. I was broke. I didn't have nothing. Only thing I had was my desperateness to be close to God. And so I want to encourage you all, like, no matter where you are in life, what you're doing, how bad you've been, how good you've been, what your experiences have been, what you're struggling with, God will meet you where you are. You don't got to worry about being this certain image or this certain person. Like, till this day, there's been a lot of things that have changed about me, but who I am, like my character, that hasn't changed. When people experience me, they experience me for me. Like, you won't catch me trying to keep up with an image or be a certain way because I have a relationship with God. You won't catch me even going to church. Like, I'm not like, I don't like dresses like that. Like, I'll wear them, but I'm not like the go-to dress girl. So I don't have to wear a dress to church just to be in the presence of God. Just certain things like that. Like, you could still have fun. You could still hang out. You could still, do whatever that you like to do, as long as you're not being convicted. So let me tell you, like, what that really means. So you could be out to say, like, I'm a Christian now, I have a relationship with God, like, I'm really exploring this journey with God, but lately God has been telling me to stop drinking margaritas. Okay, that's your portion. Just because he's telling you to do it don't mean he's going to tell the next person to do it. Everybody's journey is different. So putting heavy emphasis on your relationship with him versus, like, the religious aspects say, well, the Bible says this, the Bible says that. It's so many different ways to, like, comprehend the Bible. The Bible is comprehensive according to your relationship with God, because there are certain things in the Bible that at times in your life it will apply to you, and at times in your life God doesn't talk to you. He doesn't talk to you about it. He doesn't convict you of it, because he knows your journey personally. He knows exactly where he's taking you. He knows exactly what it's going to take to get you where you need to be. And that's just that. And so I advise you to be bold, like, be bold in your portion. Don't ever allow nobody to make you feel like, because of where you come from, what you're doing, who you are, the things that you do are just like the worst of the worst because they're not doing it or they feel like they shouldn't do it. Everybody's journey is different. So, relationship versus religion. You are who you are because God created you to be who you are. Walk in that journey. Walk in that journey, and anything that contradicts that journey, remove it. You have to remove it. You have to fight for yourself. You have to advocate for yourself, because if you allow other people to advocate for you, First of all, how can they advocate for you and they're not walking in your shoes every day? How can they make you feel a certain type of way when they have to live their own life and you have to live your own? Who's to say things that they're doing don't align up with what they should be doing? You don't know because you're not in their life, and the human brain doesn't have the capacity to live two lives. That's why God gave us one brain. So mind your own business, be adamant about your business, your journey, and watch God do the rest. But I will say this, when he say change, you gotta change. When he say stop this, leave that person, do this, no more of that, no more hookah, no more margarita, no more whatever, you gotta change. You gotta do it for you and your relationship with God. And ultimately, you gotta do it for the generations after you, because the sacrifices and the obedience that you plant today literally is an investment for the future behind you, because God is not going to honor you if you're not obedient. He's not going to open up the doors for you. He's not going to align you if you are out of alignment. So let that sit in. I pray that on this beautiful day, you have an amazing day and you make it count.